Hi, I'm Jane from California. Please like and subscribe. I was raised by a single dad who loved me to bits. He was a successful doctor, and even though he was always busy, he always made sure to give me all the time I needed. But when I first joined school, I saw all the kids with braided hair and with a mom, and they all looked so happy.
Dad, I want a mommy too. I want hair like these girls.
But sweetie, I can braid your hair too.
And then later at home, he went through a few YouTube videos and totally nailed a French braid on me. He was just awesome. Once when I was 8, we were playing hide and seek, and I sneaked into the basement and found some beautiful paintings. I asked Dad who they belonged to, and he said,
"They're your mom's, sweetie. She was an amazing painter. Those are the last few paintings she made, so I kept them here."
But I shifted all of them to my room and started painting on my own. Dad was amazed at my talent, and soon I started participating in competitions at school. Soon after I turned 14, Dad gave me a huge surprise. He announced that he was gonna get married. I was kinda excited about having a mom, and I was even happier to find out she had a daughter my age, Kate. But the first time Dad took us all out for dinner, Kate wouldn't even look at me. I asked her to pass the salt, and she totally ignored me. How rude. That's when my stepmom said,
"Oh, honey, Kate has a hearing problem. And even though she has her hearing aids on, she likes to pretend she can't hear a thing."
Mom, I told you to keep that a secret from them. Can't you just keep one thing to yourself?
Hey, it's nothing to be embarrassed about, and we're gonna be a family soon, so we don't need to keep secrets.
Oh, Jane, honey, you're so mature for your age. I'm so excited that we're gonna be a family.
But Kate looked at me with red, blazing eyes. Jesus, she was scary. On the day of the wedding, when we were posing for a family photo, she suddenly stomped on my foot and I let out a scream. The photo turned out with me looking like a screaming chimpanzee, and Kate made sure she showed it to everyone who came to visit us. I got along really well with my stepmom, but Kate was the sister from hell. She'd scream and throw tantrums over the smallest things, and she didn't care one bit about hurting anyone's feelings. Once, my stepmom and dad were going out for a date, and when she walked downstairs in her new dress, Kate screamed,
OMG, don't tell me you're wearing that. It's hideous and you look so fat in it.
"That's because I gave birth to a mean daughter like you and lost my charming figure." But I could see stepmom was really hurt by Kate's words, so I quickly ran to my room and brought a belt and tied it around her dress. "Now you look perfect. Dad won't be able to take his eyes off you tonight." My stepmom hugged me tight and Kate stormed away in anger. Given how Kate was always so rude, my stepmom started to get closer with me. We'd often go shopping together and I'd spend time helping her in the kitchen.
"Oh, honey, you're like the daughter I've always wanted."
And I could see Kate's eyes roll. Once when our parents weren't home, Kate ordered some food. As we started eating, I felt my throat burn and I couldn't find any water. I ran around looking for it, but Kate just stood there and laughed.
Look at you running around like a mad cow. I should have added more chili to it.
You witch, you did this?
Yes, I did.
That's for trying to steal my mom from me. She pulled out a water bottle and threw all the water at my face. That was it. I jumped on her and pulled her hair and she pulled mine. Minutes later, our parents walked in and caught us fighting like wild monkeys. She put chilies in my food
But you didn't die, did you? And Mom, look what she did to me.
That's enough, Kate. 1 week here and you've started to show your true colors. I'm so ashamed of you. Say sorry to Jane now.
What? Have you grown old and gone crazy already? I'm not saying anything to this jerk. The next day was Kate's first day at her new school. I was in the cafeteria with my friends when I saw Kate walk in. But suddenly, she slipped on something and fell face flat on the floor. And a girl everyone knew as the school bully started to cackle.
Oh God, who's this new clown in town?
Do that again so I can make a video.
You found that funny, you ugly-faced loser?
Kate picked up the banana peel and threw it right at the girl's face. Suddenly, the bully and her minions ran towards Kate and pinned her against the wall, and that's when their eyes fell on Kate's hearing aid. Look at that. You're a freak, and you dare to mock me in front of everyone, huh? How dare you call me an ugly loser?
Ow!
I couldn't just stand and watch, so I got up and pushed the bully away. That's enough. Leave her alone. You really want to mess with me because of this weirdo, Jane? Who are you calling a weirdo, huh? It better be your mother. Saying that, Kate bumped her head into the bully girl's face and she fell to the floor crying. All the other girls ran out of there to save their butts. And then Kate went all bonkers on me.
I don't need you to save me. You got it?
Wow. Is that your thank you?
No. That's my stay the heck out of my face and my business. Mom's stupid enough to fall for your Little Miss Perfect act, but I just think you're trash.
Saying that, she stormed off, and we didn't talk to each other for days. Then a few days later, I saw Kate hanging out with the frickin' bullies, but I couldn't care less. She herself had the attitude to be one. They belonged together. I had a big art competition coming up, and I was totally focused on that. But one day when I was practicing in the art room after school, I overheard some kids talking outside.
Mrs. Dudley's not a teacher, she's a witch.
How dare she fail all of us? We should teach her a lesson. She loves her stupid garden, right? We'll destroy her garden tonight.
Tonight? But
no buts, Kate. Are you in or out? You want to be part of the gang or not?
Cool, let's do this.
That was Kate's voice. God, this girl was really asking for trouble now. Dad and stepmom were out of town, and I kind of felt responsible for this idiot. I had to try knocking some sense into her. Later that night, when she was sneaking out, I walked into her room. Kate, I heard what you guys are planning to do. Don't do this. Those people are bad, and they're no one's friends.
Why can't you keep your stupid nose out of my business? You're just jealous that I hang out with the cool kids, and you've only got your stupid paintings to keep you company. Just buzz off.
And she slammed the door right in my face. Ugh, I was so done with her now. But a lot of time passed by and she didn't come home. I'd almost fallen asleep when suddenly I got a call from Kate. She sounded really scared and asked me to come get her. When I got there, she was nowhere to be found. I was beginning to think it was a stupid prank when I heard some noise coming from the bushes. Jane! Jane! I found her sitting there crying and clutching her ankle. Oh my God, what happened? When we were destroying the garden, suddenly the alarm went off and everybody panicked and started running away. But I sprained my leg and no one wanted to help me, so I hid here in the bushes. It's all right, I got you. Let's get you to the hospital first. I rushed her to the hospital and got her treated. You were right. Those people aren't my friends. And thanks? I didn't know you were familiar with that word. Look, I'm saying I'm sorry, okay? Don't make this harder for me, and please don't tell Mom. I promise I won't. After that day, we actually started to get along a bit. I thought things would finally change between us, but one day at lunch, Stepmom pulled out 2 tickets from her bag and said, "Jane, sweetie, I've got such a surprise for you. I'm taking you to the world's biggest art gallery in Paris. We're gonna have so much fun together." Kate snatched the tickets from her hand and went all nuts.
Just the 2 of you? Hello, woman, am I invisible to you? Your own flesh and blood?
But Kate, you don't like art or traveling or anything. I've asked you so many times.
So I shouldn't go to Paris? While you guys go and have fun without me? This is ridiculous. I hate you, Mom.
Kate threw her spoon at Stepmom and went off to her room in angry tears. She always reacted so poorly, but I felt a little bad for her too. I think we should take her. It's Paris, and I'm sure she'd love to travel with you and me. Stepmom reluctantly agreed and said she'd get her a ticket too. But the very next morning, I woke up to Stepmom screaming at Kate. "You brat! I just got a call from the principal. You destroyed your teacher's garden? They recognized your face in the CCTV camera and they were going to expel you. Do you know how much I had to beg them not to? And I have to cover all the damages. Why don't you just let me live in peace for once, Kate? Why can't you just be like Jane? Why don't you just go and enjoy your vacation with your perfect daughter then? Why waste your time on me?" Kate! My stepmom grounded her for a month and refused to take her to Paris with us. I had an amazing time, but when I got back, I had the biggest shock waiting for me. I found Kate sitting in my room holding a pair of scissors, and she'd slashed all of Mom's paintings. They were all wrecked beyond repair. I let out a scream and jumped on Kate furiously when Stepmom came rushing in and pulled us apart. She tore my Mom's paintings. They were the last thing I had left of Mom. How could you be so heartless, Kate? Your mom's paintings? I thought they were yours. I didn't know.
Kate, why would you be so awful? Sometimes I just can't believe you're my daughter.
Oh, you can't believe that now? You're the one who's made me so crazy. I used to be everything to you, and now Jane's your perfect daughter? Why? Is it because of my hearing impairment? I'm not good enough now because you found someone better to love?
It's not like that. I've tried and tried so much with you, but nothing seems to work. You've always made me feel like you don't even like me. At least Jane made me feel worth something.
And you decided to make me feel worthless? You think you're some saint, but you're actually a horrible mother. As she ran out of the room, she pushed Stepmom a little too hard out of her way, and she fell to the ground. God, you're just out of control. Stepmom sat on the floor weeping, and Kate looked shocked too, like she just realized what she'd done. She just left and locked herself up in her room. Later that night, when Dad came home, I told him everything that had happened, and he went to go talk to Kate. 2 days later, Dad told us Kate had agreed to go away to therapy, and she quietly left without saying goodbye to anyone. I was too angry to see her right now anyway. After that, I focused on my studies and bagged a scholarship in a prestigious art school in Paris. A few days before I was leaving, someone knocked on my bedroom door, and I was shocked to see Kate standing there with a package. Before you start screaming at me, here's something for you. Just open it, please. I reluctantly took it from her, and when I ripped the paper off, my eyes welled up. It was my mom's painting with her signature on it. Where did you get this? Your dad helped me track down someone who'd bought this painting, and I used all my savings to get it back. I just felt so terrible about what I did. I know this doesn't make up for everything, but I had to try. I'm working on myself, and I'm fixing my relationship with Mom. And I wanted to start fixing things with you too, Jane, if you can forgive me. Kate, this painting means the world to me, so thank you. And yeah, I think it will take us some time to be okay, but we can start today. Friends? Friends.